What are some things people should look for when they go to sell land-heavy properties?
So if you're going to sell land, you should definitely have someone that has some experience in land. I mean, this is not your wife's best friend, might be a really good real estate agent and carry, but it's just not the kind of transaction that you want to give to someone that's not experienced. So one of the most important thing with land sales is I would ask somebody, what percentage of your business is land sales or land listings? I think it's hugely important for a potential seller to ask the agent, how many pieces of land did you sell this year or last year? I think it'd be important to ask them, what's the most expensive piece of land you've ever sold? What's the average price of a piece of land that you've sold? What's the largest acreage you've sold? Land is just so different. It's so specific that, I think we've mentioned before, there's 3 circles of real estate, and it's land, residential, and commercial. And you really want to go with someone that has experience in that land arena. It's not a transaction that you want to give to someone that's never done one before. Yes, they have a real estate license. Yes, they're legally allowed to. But one of the things that the National Association of Realtors, our ethics section talks about is that if you are going to represent a client, you need to have the knowledge and the experience to help that client. I highly recommend that. It doesn't. How do you get experience? Well, you have to have a first one sometime, right? You should partner up with somebody that does land. I'm more than happy to either pay a referral or co-list with another agent. Just recently, a few months ago, I had a woman that was a very successful agent in Raleigh. It was a 100-acre tract that her father owned, and she said, this is my dad. I want to be hands-on, but I don't know what I'm doing. Would you teach me about the process? And we split this 50-50. I said, absolutely. It was a 100-acre tract. It was a nice sale. More than happy to help her. She's more confident about land sales now. So you have to have a way to get experience. But I was very impressed with that agent, that they could have easily just tried to wing it on their own. But this was her family, and she wanted to do a good job for them. There's just so many things that are specific about land. With residential real estate, we do a comparative market analysis. We give the seller a little bit of a honey-do list, and in a couple days we plop a sign in the front yard and it's ready to go. Land is so much different. Land, I often work on a piece of land for weeks or even months before it's ready to put on the market. We may or may not have to have a survey. We may or may not have to get the soils evaluated. We may or may not have to get an actual permit in hand. And then I need to work with the municipalities. I need to know whether or not we have sewer going through the property, water going through the property, whether or not it's available, how much it's going to cost to get those to the property. And then I need to meet with the planning department, whether or not it's the town or the county planning department, and say, you just lay it out there. What do you guys want there? So there's a lot of things that need to be figured out and determined. So if you're going to sell a piece of land, of course, I'm biased. I think an accredited land consultant or whatever, but there's some really good land people out there that don't even have that accreditation. The main thing that I want people to realize is they need someone with experience that this isn't going to be their first land transaction.